Hey guys, welcome to another video. So if you're new here, my name is Kiara and I have my own crochet business and I do a lot of markets and things like that where I sell my crochet plushies, and I always like to bring you guys along with me. So today's video will be a market slash fall fair vlog because I will be going to sell my crochet plushies at a big fall fair and I will be bringing you guys along with me. So as usual, I will show you guys my market prep and everything I crocheted in the past week since my last market. And of course, you guys will be coming with me to the event, and I will always give you guys like a breakdown at the end to tell you guys how much I made and what I sold and all those good details. So I'm gonna start by showing you guys one by one all the items I crocheted since my last market. So there's gonna be a lot less than there normally is, because it's only Wednesday night right now because the event is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we are going to be going to set up tomorrow, which is Thursday. So I wanted to show you guys everything right now because we can start setting up over there at 3 tomorrow, and it's about it's over 30 minutes drive from here. So I just don't want to be rushed tomorrow to film and do my market prep and just get everything ready. So tonight I will show you guys everything I crocheted since my last event, and I will do all the market prep and all that stuff tomorrow, which I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to show you guys one by one everything I crocheted since the last market I had, which was on Sunday. So I had Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday today to crochet all of this. So considering that was only 3 days, I did crochet a lot of stuff. So I'm going to show you guys everything one by one, tell you guys the pattern I used, which is usually either my own pattern that you can find on my Etsy shop, or I just freehand it because I don't use other patterns. I just freehand everything, and when there is enough demand for a certain pattern and when there's not a pattern that looks the exact same out there, I write it out for you guys. So let's get into it. So starting with jumbo turtles, so I made two. I actually made these two yesterday. So I have a hot pink one with very bright pink eyes, and I have a blue one. There's like two different types of blue, and it has very big blue sparkly eyes. So I made these two. I just freehanded these guys. I made two because I sold the two that I had at my last market. So I made two more, which I think they're super cute. Next, I have one, I guess, regular sized bee or big bee. Compared to my other sized bees, these are big. So I have this bee. I just freehanded this guy. He is super cute. Next, I have two small bees. That's why I said the other one was big, because it is big compared to these small ones. So these are actually my bee keychain pattern, that when you make that pattern in acrylic yarn, it's like very tiny, so it's keychain sized. And when you make it with plush yarn, it comes out this size. So yeah, I made two of these. I made 4 pumpkins. So there's I guess 2 different kinds of orange. So these two are the same type of orange. They're both 2 different orange yarns put together, but this one is like a darker orange, I guess. You can see the difference a little bit. So I have 2 like this. That's just a little fluff on there. I have 2 like this, and I have 2 that are a little bit lighter. So I already have 5 pumpkins left over from my last market. I just made 4 more. I actually just finished these before starting filming. Next, I have more Halloween themed items. So I made 2 little ghosts. I think these are super cute. I had 2 at my last event and I sold both of them. So I made 2 more. And I might try to make more tomorrow after we set up, or just throughout the weekend if I do notice that they sell. So yeah, I made 2 little ghosts. I just freehanded these guys and the pumpkins. I forgot to say that. But yeah, I just freehanded these guys and the pumpkins. Next, I have 3 little birdies. So this is actually my most recent pattern that was just released last week. So I have 2 in this yellow color and 1 in this rainbow color. I actually had quite a few left from my previous market, but I made 3 more. The yellow ones are probably, I think, the most popular color. I think so. They all sell in different colors pretty well, but the yellow one is definitely the most popular. Next, I have 9 little octos that are gonna go on keychains. I will put them on keychains probably tomorrow when I put tags on everything. I'm just gonna show you guys one really quickly. So, I just dropped one. I don't know, there you go. So they are very, very tiny. I'm gonna put the key rings on them tomorrow. So yeah, I made 9 of these. These are my own tutorial that you can find on my channel in the tutorials playlist. That's on my channel. So I have different colors. So I have a few in this color. I have a few in this light blue color. I have a few in this purple color. And I think I only have one in this light pink color. I do have quite a lot of them left from my previous market. I just made a lot because they do sell really, really well for me. So I think I'm at a total of 23 keychains total, and they're mostly little octos. So I'm probably going to keep it like that, and then if I notice that they are selling really, really well at the event, I will just make more during the weekend because I'm always bringing yarn at the market. So I'm going to bring yarn to make these, and if I notice they sell really well, I'm just going to make more. Next, I have 5 mini octos, so they are a bit bigger than the keychain sized ones. So I have them in different colors. I'm going to show you guys them one by one. I have a purple one. I have like a green one, green and white, a little bit of different colors in there. I have a pink one, a dark teal one, which a lot of people have been liking this color, and a darker pink one. So this is that same tutorial on my channel. The only reason that they are bigger than the keychain ones is because the yarn was a bit thicker. So if you use a different size of yarn and hook, the size of your project will obviously be different. So I use that to my advantage to make the same pattern just in different sizes with different yarns and hooks. Now I have 5 mini whales, so I'm going to show you guys them one by one. These are just based on my mini whale pattern. So if I were to make my mini whale pattern that is on my Etsy shop, they would come out bigger, so I did adjust the pattern a little bit just so that they do come out smaller, but it's like the same concept. So I basically have the same colors as the octos, but I'm still going to show you guys. So there's that darker pink, purple, pink, I don't know why it's like so bright, pink, that like greenish, and the dark teal. So yeah, that is everything I made since Sunday's market. So it's not as much as it usually would be when I show you guys everything I made in the past week, but considering I've only had 3 days to make all of this, it's not the worst thing ever. And I was also dog sitting on Monday. I did bring crochet with me, but I was also obviously caring for the dog. So I'm pretty proud of everything I made in 3 days. So it's not that late right now. To be honest, I have no idea what time it is, but I'm not super tired. So I will keep crocheting tonight, and I will try to update you guys on what I made. If I don't update you guys tonight on what I made, I'm just going to show you guys tomorrow before I put tags on everything. I just wanted to film this tonight so that I'm not all rushed tomorrow, because I am pretty stressed about this event because it's supposed to be very big. So yeah, I'm really excited but stressed at the same time. So we get to set up tomorrow between 3 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. and then the event starts at 10 a.m. on Friday till 8 p.m. and then Saturday and Sunday. So I'm not sure exactly how busy it'll be on Friday, considering it starts at 10 and most people are working on weekdays and kids are in school. So I'm not sure how busy it's going to be like Friday before like school ends and all that stuff, but that's okay. I always bring crochet with me, so even if it's not that busy, like during the like early afternoon and stuff, I'm still gonna be crocheting. So yeah, I'm excited to bring you guys along with me for this event. Alright guys, so it's Thursday morning. I just showered, so I am ready to work. So now I'm just going to show you guys really quick what I made last night after I filmed all of the stuff that I showed you guys. So yeah, I forgot to tell you guys before I went to bed last night, but I'm just going to show you guys right now. So I made one pink jellyfish. It has really pretty pink eyes. And I made 4 chunky octos, so I'm just going to show you guys them one by one. I'm just going to show you guys one of these because they're both the same color. So I really like this yarn. I bought it yesterday and I think it's super cool. So I made 2 in this color. I made 1 purple one and 1 pink and white one. So I just use my tutorial for these guys. Again, it's just a different type of yarn, different hook, so they come out a different size than the ones I showed you guys last night, like the ones that go on the keychains and the mini octos. And I just freehanded the jellyfish. So last night I did all of that and I got started on a bear. So it's like kind of halfway done, I guess. So hopefully I have time to finish it before we go set up today. I'm not sure. I'm going to do a little time lapse of me putting price tags and the tags with my logos on all the plushies I just showed you guys. And hopefully I have enough time after that to finish the bear. If not, I'll finish it tonight before I go to bed. So yeah, I'm just going to do a little time lapse of all of that for you guys. Alright, so I'm all done putting tags on everything now. So I just brought my laptop into the room and I'm just gonna have to design and print a sign that says like the price and what the squishies are, but also that say boldly enough to be gentle, because I'm honestly tired of people being literally so aggressive with them and dig their nails into it and it pops and then they don't buy it. Mostly kids that do that. So yeah, I just want to print a sign that says like squishies, $8 each, but boldly enough to say please be gentle with them, because it's actually gotten ridiculous the amount of squishies I've had to throw out and lost money out on because kids come to my booth and aggressively play with them. Either they bite them or they squish their nails into it and it pops, because you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just squish it, you know, no nails. But kids don't seem to get that, so I'm just going to print a sign that says, please be gentle. I do have a sign already in my booth that says, everything is handmade, please be gentle. And I find that that has significantly helped parents read that and then tell their kids to be gentle with the plushies. But I think the squishies need their own sign that says, please be gentle. So yeah, it's actually gotten ridiculous and I'm sick and tired of it. So I will print a sign and I will be a lot more, I don't want to say strict, but if I see kids being rough with them, I'm going to have to tell them, like, be gentle, be nice, you know, don't pop it. Because a lot of people, they don't even have the intention of buying anything. They come, they pop a squishy and leave. So yeah, I'm going to have to print a sign for that. Alright, so I printed that sign, so here's the sign. I don't know if it's going to be inverted for you guys, probably not. Anyways, yeah, it says squishies, $8 each. Please be gentle. You know, it's not too aggressive, but still there, you know, to let people know to be gentle. And I'm just gonna tape it like this. Like, I won't do it right now because then when I put this in a bag, it like bends and everything. So I'm just gonna bring it like that, and then I'm gonna bring tape to tape it up over there. So let's hope that we can minimize the amount of squishies we break. Yeah, I don't know, because I haven't been bringing them for a while, because when I do outdoor markets, I don't bring them at all, because when the sun shines right on them, I think that the sun and the heat makes them even weaker. So then when someone comes and squishes it really hard, it pops. So I think that the sun has something to do with it also. But I have seen kids literally put their nails into it and bite into it. So obviously that's going to break it. But yeah, so now this is going to be, well, the whole event isn't indoors, but the vendors are going to be indoors. So I'm going to be bringing in the squishies. And with my new sign, hopefully we can avoid the squishies getting broken. And I'm just really going to watch and just tell kids, just be gentle, you know, squish them gently. You can still have fun with them by squishing them gently. So it's about 1 p.m. I think we're going to be leaving around 2:15 because it takes about like 35 minutes to get there. I would like to be there at 3. And I just want to give us a little bit of time in case there's traffic or anything. So I'm going to go and crochet. Hopefully I can finish that bear. If I do, I will show you guys. If not, then I will see you guys over there when we are setting up. Alright, so it's almost 2 and I just finished the bear. I think it's super cute and it has a little pom-pom as a tail. So I'm just going to put a price tag on this guy. I won't put a tag with my logo because I won't have time, but I'll bring those tomorrow, and if it's slow, I'll just grab it off the shelf and put it on the bear. So yeah, we're going to be leaving in about 15 minutes, so I'm just going to gather things up, get things ready, and put a price tag on this guy. So I'm back home from going to set up. So I didn't set up my plushies as you guys saw in the clip I showed you guys, just like my display items all set up. I was, I guess, planning on setting up my plushies, but I knew we were indoors, but I didn't know exactly what like kind of building-ish it was. But it's like, I guess, a hall, and the doors on both sides, like in the front and the back, were just opened. I'm assuming they're going to close them at 5:30, which is when vendors have to be done setting up for today. But I was obviously not going to stay there for that long, and I didn't want to put up my plushies because the doors were completely open. People could come in and out freely. I just didn't feel comfortable putting my plushies unattended. So I put all my display items, and I just put my bins of plushies under my table and behind like the drapes. You saw like there was drapes. And I just put them behind there. Nobody's going to be able to see them or anything. So I'm just going to set up the plushies tomorrow, but at least I set up the tables and all my display items. So I'm pretty happy about that. So that cuts down the time that it's going to take us to set up tomorrow. So the event starts at 10 tomorrow. I'll try to be there at 9 to have the time to set up my plushies and all of that. So in the car, I did crochet a reversible octopus. So this is the happy side. And this is the angry side. I swear he has like both sides of his mouth. There you go. This is the I don't know why this one, I might have to fix the mouth. I don't know, it kind of looks weird just on camera, but yeah, I think I'm gonna fix the mouth because for some reason this one shows a lot more than this one. And there we go, this isn't so bad. But anyways, I'm probably gonna redo it because I don't like how it looks. But anyways, I made a reversible octopus and I started a bear like I showed you guys, the one I just finished earlier, but in this blue color. It like kind of blends in with my sweater. But yeah, I started a bear, so it's like not even 4:30, so I'm just gonna crochet the rest of the night. Before I go to bed tonight, I will update you guys on everything I crocheted, and hopefully we can have a really good event this weekend. Alright guys, so it's about 8 p.m. on Thursday, so I'm just going to show you guys everything I crocheted today after I talked to you guys last. So there is like the reversible octopus from earlier, and I did fix his sad face, so it is better. And then I finished the blue bear I had talked to you guys about. Super cute. I made 3 small stingrays. So there's gray, pink, and blue. I'm gonna try to like, there you go. So I have one big gray one, but these are the only small ones I have. So I have the blue one, and they all have little smiles. I think they're super cute. There's the gray one with a smile, and the pink one with his smile. I made a mini cat. I already have 2, I think, so I just made a little white one. And I made a mini chicken. So I'm just gonna have to put tags on these guys, and yeah, so I'm gonna start doing this just right now, just to make sure I have time, because I also have a few things to get ready, like paper bags, and I need to put the stickers with my logo on those paper bags for when I give them to customers. So I'm just gonna get started on that right now. Alright, so I'm all done everything for tonight. So I put the stickers on the paper bags and packed those up. I packed up the plushies I made today and put tags on. And I already packed all the yarn I want to bring for tomorrow to crochet over there. So I did pack a lot of yarn and a lot of supplies because it is a very long day. So I'm going to be there, well, I'm going to be there probably at around like 9, and the event starts at 10 and it goes until 8 p.m. So it is a very long day, but at the same time I'm hoping I don't need to crochet the whole time, because I'm hoping it's busy enough so that I don't need to crochet to pass time. But I did bring a lot of crochet, a lot of stuff to do just in case, and in case it is very busy and very successful, that way I can keep my stock up a little bit by making stuff while I'm over there. So we'll see how it is. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning, probably before we leave. Good morning, guys. So it's Friday morning, so day 1 for the fall fair. So I will be leaving shortly, and I'm going to try to do like a time lapse of setting up my plushies over there, and I will try to update you guys as much as I can. just past 10, so it just started. I already made 3 sales before I could even film my booth, so I think this is going to be a really good event. I'm really excited. So it's about 3:30. I find the traffic comes in waves. It's like there's a lot of people and then there's like nobody, but I have made a decent amount of sales. Hopefully we can pick that number up, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I paid off my booth fee and insurance for the day, so I will get into all those details later, but I'm pretty happy with how the day is going so far. Alright guys, so I'm back home. It's Friday night and I am exhausted. That was a very long day. But overall it went pretty well, so I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of details about today. I won't do a whole breakdown just for today because I'm going to do that after all the days of the fair, but I will give a few details for just today. So just today I did make a total of $711 in sales, which is very good for one day, and I think that the fact that it was Friday, like, not that my sales were low, but I think they're going to be even better on Saturday and Sunday because a lot of people probably couldn't come today during the day because either they were at work or they were at school or whatever. So I think the weekend days are going to be even better. So I'm very excited about that. But I believe someone stole from my booth for the first time. I mean, maybe it's happened before and I just wasn't aware of it. But for the first time, I did notice someone stole something. So, a little story time. So, when I put the stuff up in my booth, I put 5 chicken nuggets in the basket. And, I mean, I know I put 5. In the pictures I took, there's 5. I mean, there was 5. And then, a lot of kids came and they were with the school, I guess. So, I guess, because it was Friday, so there was school. And I guess schools took kids to the fair, so there was like one adult supervising over a dozen kids. And I am not blaming the adult here. One adult for like over 12 kids is way too much kids for one person to watch. So anyways, there was like very many groups of those kids that came by, and I was doing my best to keep an eye on everything and everybody's hands, you know. Because those kids were not purchasing. They didn't have money. They went to school that day and then they went to the fair. So they didn't have money. I knew they weren't buying. They were just kind of touching everything, which, you know, I don't know why they brought them into the vendors area when they knew nobody was going to buy anything, but whatever. So I was just watching. The teachers or adults were doing whatever they could to watch over a dozen kids. And there was a huge rush like that for like over an hour, I'm going to say, where there was like groups of kids coming in and out. And then I looked over at the chicken nugget basket and there were 4 nuggets. And of course, I want to give people the benefit of the doubt. So I looked everywhere for this nugget, everywhere in my booth. Maybe someone misplaced it. No, it was gone. So I figured someone must have taken it. I can't say for sure it was a kid, but I can just assume because that's the only people that were in my booth. So, and there was just so many of them that were not supervised. Again, not blaming the adult. One adult cannot supervise over 12 kids. So yeah, I don't know why we decided to take 12 kids into a booth of plushies where you could not supervise all of them. But anyways, so of course I'm upset. Someone stole something from me. I am out $8 because my chicken nuggets are $8, but there's nothing I can do about that. Now, me and my boyfriend were just really keeping an extra eye. Every time there was people that came in, not even just kids, we were really watching their hands while they were in our booth, just to prevent that from happening again. I knew that nugget was long gone, but if we can prevent it from happening again, so yeah, and yeah, so someone stole a nugget. But other than the stolen nugget, I did have a very good day. Very tiring day, but very good day. Sales were very high. I find the people came in waves. It was like there was a bunch of people and then there was like nobody for like 20 minutes and then there was like a huge other wave. So yeah, when there was a lot of people after the nugget story, I was kind of on guard, you know, watching everybody, making sure no one's taken anything. Obviously, like in a friendly way. I'm not like staring them down or anything. But yeah, I thought I was watching well enough, but I guess not, so I guess it's just made me realize I gotta pay more attention. But yeah, I did crochet a lot there because I do crochet and I don't really look at what I'm doing most of the time. And when it was like dead and there was nobody in the building, that's when I crocheted the most because I knew, you know, nobody can steal anything if there's nobody walking around. So yeah, it was a very good day overall. So tomorrow is the same time again, so it starts at 10 and ends at 8. So I will try to be there at 9 again to set up my plushies because I did take them down off the racks and I will put them back up tomorrow morning. So yeah, it's going to be another long day tomorrow. And I do have a sports game tomorrow night after the fair. So I very well could have said I couldn't make it, but it is enough time for me to get to the fair, to the arena. So I will be extremely tired, but we're gonna do it. So yeah, tomorrow it's gonna be an even longer day because there's gonna be the whole fair and then my game, but I'm just gonna need a lot of coffee, I guess. So I'm not really sure how much I'm gonna crochet tonight. Probably a little bit. It's probably around like 9 now. So yeah, I'm probably gonna try to crochet a little bit, and if I have time, I will update you guys on what I've crocheted, if anything, because I'm very tired. So if I don't update you guys tonight, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, guys. So it's Saturday morning. We're going to be leaving shortly. So I'm ready for a long day, hopefully a good day. So hopefully no one steals anything today. And I will try to keep you guys updated as much as I can. So it's just past 4:30. It is crazy busy in here, so I can't update very much. I'm making a lot of sales, so yeah, it's going really well. Hey guys, so pardon my appearance, but I am back home now. So I left right from the fair to go to my sports game, and so I'm back home now. We lost, but whatever, not the point. So yeah, today at the fair, it went very, very well. It was super busy all day, so the one time I did update you guys, it was like one of the very few times that there wasn't like a million people in the building walking around. So yeah, it was very, very busy and I made a lot of sales. So as we saw the number of sales go up, me and my boyfriend set ourselves a goal of $1,000 in sales today, and we almost reached it, guys. Super close. So I'm just gonna tell you guys how much I made today. I won't do a whole breakdown again. I'm gonna do that tomorrow after the fair is done. But today I made a total of $979 in sales. So we got really close to the $1,000 goal, I guess. I don't really care that I didn't get to it. It was just like a little fun thing to see if we could get to that much in sales. But we didn't, but that's fine. So yeah, I was super, super busy. I will go shower and probably head right to bed because I'm exhausted. So yeah, the next time I talk to you guys will probably be tomorrow morning before the last day of the fair. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, guys. So it is Sunday morning. I am absolutely exhausted, but it's the last day of the fair, so hopefully we can have a really good time and sell a lot of things. So I will show you guys my setup, see what's left on my tables, and hopefully I can update you guys throughout the day. It's almost the end of the show. It's ending in like less than an hour. We did really, really well. I'm going to show you guys my whole booth before I tear down to show you what is left, although I did crochet a lot while I was here. But yeah, it's been a really good weekend, so yeah, I have a lot of restocking to do. Alright guys, so I am back home from the last day of the fall fair, and as much as it was a good event, I am so happy that it's over and I'm at home and I can relax. But yeah, I did really well, so I just did all the calculations of everything I made and everything I sold and all that stuff, which took me well over an hour. So yeah, I will tell you guys how much money I made and everything I sold and all of that good stuff. So on Friday alone, I made $711. On Saturday, I made $979. And today, which was a bit of the slower day, I made $680. So that gives us a total of $2,370 in sales. The booth fee was $250, which to some people it might be a lot, but for a fair like this, it's worth it, obviously. I did need to get insurance for this event, so the insurance for the 3 days was $57.40. I will talk more about that in a second. And the square fees for the whole weekend were $20.31, so that leaves me with a total profit of $2,042.29, which is amazing. I am so happy that I did really well. So I don't usually have insurance, but I did get it just for the weekend for this event because they did require it. Some events I do don't require it, some do. But I will be getting my own car soon, and when I get the car insurance, I will bundle that with business insurance, so it's just gonna come out cheaper than getting it now. So yeah, I will be getting my own insurance because $57 for 3 days isn't so bad. I mean, considering I didn't have to use it at all, it's kind of like I wasted $57, but they required it, so whatever. But yeah, when I bundle it with car insurance, it's gonna end up a lot cheaper. I'm not exactly sure, like I don't have a number for you guys, but it will be cheaper than $57 for a whole weekend. It's probably gonna be close to that, if not less, for a whole month, which I do events usually every weekend. So yeah, that's just a little spill about insurance. Hopefully you guys don't have too many questions about insurance because I am not an insurance expert, so I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about that. So Saturday was definitely the busiest day. It was packed like all day. Friday was pretty busy too. I mean, all days were very busy, but I think today was the slower day, or I don't know, it wasn't that much slower, but I think a lot of people that came by had already bought something from me the previous day, or I don't know, there was less people today than there was like on Saturday, but anyways, it was just a really good fair overall, and I'm definitely going to do this one again next year. But yeah, so for a breakdown now. So I will do a breakdown of all of my sales. So I did write down how many of each items I sold out of the amount that I brought, which took me over an hour, so hopefully you guys enjoy this part. Hopefully it was worth it. But yeah, so I'm going to tell you guys how many of each item I sold out of the amount that I brought. I'm going to tell you guys how much I sold that item for, and I will put a picture of the item up to show you guys what it was. So if you see me look down here, it's just because that's where my book is, where I have everything written down. So for the breakdown, let's start with small axolotls. So I started with 3 of them, and I sold 2 of them for $18 each. I started with 2 big axolotls, and I sold 1 for $28. I started with 5 big bees, and I sold 3 of them for $20 each. I started with 7 small bees, and I sold 3 of them for $12 each. I started with 1 chubby cow, and I sold it for $25. I started with 1 big triceratops, and I sold it for $30. I had brought 3 big turtles, and I sold 2 of them for $25 each. I started with 12 birds, and I sold 8 of them for $12 each. I started with 3 small stingrays, and I sold all 3 of them for $18 each. I started with 1 big stingray, and I sold it for $22. I started with 3 bears, and I sold 2 of them for $25 each. I started with 2 big cats, and I sold 1 for $20. I started with 3 small cats, and I sold all 3 of them for $10 each. I started with 1 pack of catnip toys, and I sold it for $12, and I had a lot of demand for catnip toys after that, because I still had my sign up that had the price for the catnip toys, because that also has the price for the poop bag holders, so I couldn't just take it down because it still had the price for something that I still had some of. And so many people were like, oh my gosh, where are the catnip toys? So I just told them I was out of catnip toys, but I definitely need to make more of that because they are pretty popular. I started with 3 mini chickens, and I sold all 3 of them for $12 each. I started with 6 regular chickens, and I sold 4 of them for $18 each. I started with 1 weighted chicken, and I sold that one for $38. I started with 16 chicken nuggets, and I sold 11 of them for $8 each, and we had 1 stolen. Yay. Not yay, not fun. We started with 3 chunky whales, and I sold 1 for $15. I started with 1 small dog, and I sold it for $15. I started with 10 dish scrubbies, and I sold 2 of them for $1 each. I know it's not a lot. I know I should charge more, but I have had these for years, I'm telling you guys. Years. And they don't sell. I had them at a higher price in the past. They didn't sell. I just want them gone, so I had them at $1 each, and still they're going very slow. I started with 1 big elephant, and I sold it for $38. I started with 7 regular elephants, and I sold 5 of them for $25 each. I started with 1 eggplant, and I sold it for $12. I started with 2 giant jellyfishes, and I sold 1 for $50. I started with 9 pumpkins, and I sold 5 of them for $15 each. I started with 5 ghosts, and I sold 3 of them for $15 each. I started with 7 hot dogs, and I sold all 7 of them for $25 each. They come with the basket and the napkin. And I sold out of hot dogs by the end of Saturday night. So all of Sunday I did not have a hot dog on my table. Maybe I would have sold more hot dogs on Sunday if I had some. I just didn't have the time to make extras because I had my game last night. But sold all 7 hot dogs, which is pretty nice. I started with 2 regular jellyfishes, and I sold 1 for $24. I started with 26 keychains, and I sold 18 of them for $8 each. I started with 2 big frogs, and I sold both of them for $15 each. I started with 17 smaller frogs, and I sold 12 of them for $8 each. I started with 2 loveys, and I sold 1 for $25. I started with 2 reversible octos, and I sold 1 for $22. I started with 8 mini dinos, and I sold 3 of them for $12 each. I started with 4 mini mushies, and I sold 3 of them for $10 each. I started with 5 mini turtles, and I sold 1 for $12. I started with 4 regular mushies made from acrylic yarn, and I sold 2 of them for $12 each. I'm not planning on making any more of those. Once they all sell, that's going to be it. Just trying to get rid of them. I won't lower the price or anything, but I just won't make more of them when they do sell. I started with 3 big mushies, and I sold all 3 of them for $20 each. I started with 12 chunky octos, and I sold 3 of them for $10 each. I started with 15 mini octos, and I sold 12 of them for $8 each. I started with 5 octopus plushies, and I sold 2 of them for $15. I started with 2 snugglers, and I sold both of them for $35 each. I started with 1 pumpkin purse, and I sold it for $25. So everything else that I said is my own pattern, or I just freehand them, except for the pumpkin purse. So that is a pattern by Creative Crochet Shoppe. I will have the link to that pumpkin purse pattern in the description of the video, so if you're interested in that pattern, definitely go check it out. I had started with one jumbo squid and I sold it for $32. I started with 6 squishies and I sold 3 of them for $8 each. I started with 1 strawberry and I sold it for $12. I started with 4 small turtles and I sold all 4 of them for $18 each. I started with 1 big rainbow octopus and I sold it for $18. I started with 15 mini whales and I sold 9 of them for $8 each. I started with 12 hats with pom-poms and I sold 1 for $20. So I do have a deal with those ones. It's $20 each or 2 for $30, so you would end up saving a lot of money if you bought 2, but they only bought 1 for $20. I started with 3 regular hats, they just don't have pom-poms, and I sold 1 for $15. And lastly, I started with 4 skulls and I sold 1 for $15. So I actually didn't start the market with them. I crocheted them for the first time at the market and then I put them on my table and I sold 1. So I sold a total of 167 items and I started with 336 items. So I think that's about half my inventory. Yeah, like I sold about half my inventory, which is really good because I started with a lot of stuff. So obviously I did really good and sold a lot of things. 167 items is a lot of items. So I hope the breakdown was helpful for you guys, considering it took me over an hour to just write it down on paper. But it is useful for me too. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how this fair went. I'm definitely going to do it again next year, and I'm going to look for similar fairs in the area. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it went. I do have a lot of restocking to do because my next market is in about a week. It's on next Saturday. It's Sunday right now. So yeah, I mean, I still have a lot of items. Like, I started with a lot, sold about half my inventory, so I still have a lot left. But obviously my best sellers like hot dogs, chicken nuggets, all that stuff, I'm running low on because that's what sold the most. So I do need to restock on those things that sell the most, but it's not a problem, you know. I crochet, so I will make more stuff for my next market. So I guess that's gonna be it for today's video because I pretty much covered everything for this event, the amount of money I made, everything I sold, so you guys probably have a good idea of what my best sellers were. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!